Thank you very much. My name is Marcel Uwineza. I am a Jesuit for the last 25 years. I really thank God. My life before I joined the Society of Jesus, I was a young, pious boy who grew up in a very devout Catholic family. My parents were very prayerful. I remember we recited the rosary every day at home, and if you didn't, you will be beaten. So we were brought up in such a wonderful environment. And then I studied at Christ Roi in Nyanza, a very Catholic school. We had a wonderful rector, Father Hermenegilde, in whom we also a father, all the kids. And we were coming out of the genocide against the Tutsi. It was a period of wounds, but this priest was a wonderful priest. Everybody found himself, every child, every student found himself in that priest. And it was a turnover, if you like, because in 1994 I had met other priests who had abandoned us. And so when I met Hermenegilde, I began to think, maybe I should be a priest. So obviously, prior to that, I had a desire to be a priest. I even wanted to join the minor seminary. Because of history, I didn't. The parish priest in my home, I was number one, but I was put aside. But then we went to the nearby Catholic church during the genocide. The parish priest threw us out. So my previous experience of priest was not great. So when I met Hermenegilde, he turned things over. And I do remember during the holidays, because we stayed here at Kanombe, not far from here, Santre Christus, we would come for holidays, and my uncle, a devout Catholic man, Mr. Charles Movara, and he will give us orders. You are on holiday, go visit the place on one condition: you need to go for Mass before coming home. And so I said, if I don't go for Mass, I never loved going for Mass given the previous experience of priest. And again, as a child, you don't know how to distinguish Mass and the priest. So I took the money, went for holiday, visited the place. I went back home, but then my uncle asked me, what were the readings? And I didn't know what to say. And so he said, if you take my money, you have to do as I asked. So that's how I came here to Santre Christus. That's where I met the Jesuit for the first time. I remember the priest I met for the first time was Father Ugira Shebuja, Octave. My impression of the first encounters with him was a man of a big heart, but a man of a great intellectual aptitude. His homilies, you could sense substance. Even though I was young, almost finishing high school, but I felt there was a difference. So one particular day I approached him, I said, Father, I used to think I would desire to be a priest. How does one become a Jesuit? So that's how I met the Jesuit for the first time with Father Octave. And of course, when I went back now home, I met my uncle. I was able to tell him, oh, these were the readings. So that's how I came back to the Catholic Church.
Ever the maker and keeper of my days, you know.
A wonderful question. What fills my heart today? There is a beautiful expression, and that I have come to love from the formula of the Institute of the Society of Jesus in the Constitutions, that those admitted to this way of life should first and foremost have eyes focused on God. As I look back, with the help of God, there are certainly several distractions and people who can draw you back. My first experience goes back to those words of Ignatius: eyes fixed on God. The rest is the distraction. That comes with a sense of consolation. It comes with a consolation in the Ignatian sense, where you feel moved by a desire to love God who has loved me first. So consolation is not just always having a smiling face. You can even be consoled in a hospital. And then I know I am a sinner and yet loved and called to this life for these last 25 years and even 14 as a priest. So there is a sense of consolation, not just smiley or happy. I feel I am where God wants me. And that has come with an increase in faith and hope and love. Really, and I don't mean this as a way of defining what consolation is. I mean this as something I live. So if you put it in short, Magnificat. It's a word of gratitude. Of course, doesn't mean there have not been challenges. But I go back to these words, eyes focused on God. Knowing that not even always everybody rejoices with you. But when you know that you will know where your eyes are focused, the rest, you move on. So that's really what inhabits me, and I couldn't be more happier. If you asked me, I would apply again.
Stay